So, good day, virtuous people. We are the Collective Duty Group from SOE or the School of Engineering, and the topic that we are going to report or the topic that we are going to present is about Shintoism. So, without further ado, let's start. So, Shinto, or also known as Shintoism. So, it actually consists of traditional Japanese religious practices as well as beliefs and life attitudes. So, maybe some of us are new about Shinto or Shintoism because it is actually a religion in Japan, and it's not only Buddhism that is religion that is existing in Japan, but they also have Shintoism, which based in their beliefs and life attitudes. Shintoism is most readily observed in social life of Japanese people. So, it's not only Buddhism that runs as a religion in their country, but they also have Shintoism, and we can observe it in the social life of Japanese people. There is no absolute right and wrong, and nobody is perfect. Because Shinto is an optimistic faith, and humans are they are thought to be fundamentally good. So obviously, evil things came from evil spirits because they believe in kami or their spirits, and it is mostly deeply rooted in Japanese people and their traditions. So propaganda and preaching are not common because in Shintoism they don't have founder or sacred scriptures or Bible, like for example in Christians they have Bibles. So yep, that's for the head start of Shintoism.
Classification of Shinto or Shintoism. Shinto can be broadly classified into the following three major types. The first one is the Shin Shinto or Jinja Shinto. And the second one is the sect Shinto or the Kyoha Shinto. And the last one is the folk Shinto or the Menzoku Shinto. So Shin Shinto, which has been in existence from the beginning of Japanese history to the present day, constitute a main current of Shinto tradition. So the Shinto has already existed from the beginning of Japanese history to the present day, and forming a major flow of the Shinto tradition. While the sect Shinto is a relatively new movement consisting of 13 major sects that originated in Japan around the 19th century and of several others that emerged after World War II. So the sect Shinto is the new movement consisting of 13 major sects or a group of people with somewhat different religious beliefs that is originated in Japan around the 19th century and of several others that emerged after World War II. And also, each sect was organized into a religious body by either founder or the systemizer. And the last one is the folk Shinto is an aspect of Japanese folk belief that is closely connected with the other types of Shinto. So, folk Shinto is an aspect of native Japanese belief that is closely related or connected to other types of Shinto, but it has no formal organizational structure here or formal formation of doctrinal. So, these three types of Shinto are interrelated. Folk Shinto exists as the substructure of Shinto faith, and a sect Shinto is usually also a parishioner or yujiko of a particular Shinto shrine.
Proponent and opponent about Shinto. The term was coined by the combination of two words from Chinese Shen, originally from the Chinese character for divine beings or gods, and to originally from Wei. Therefore, the literal meaning is the way of the gods. Japanese indigenous people whose faith that everything has a spirit, even stones, trees, and mountains. So more on nature environment that has individual spirit. Therefore, also according to this religion Shinto, they have 9 beliefs. There are Kami, Makoto, life after death, shrine, purpose of existence, suffering, and evil. 7 gods that represent good luck, Omari or visiting shrine, Misogi. There have no opponent between the other religion in Japan. Yet, according to the list, majority in Japan practice Shinto. 41.5% people believe full or unorganized Shintoism, Buddhism, combined with Shintoism 34.9%. Atheists or agnostic 30.3%. Structured Shintoism 4%. Christianity 2.3%. The rest full religion, Hinduism, Jainism, and other belief 4%.
Now, let's proceed to the criticisms of the theory or disadvantages of Shinto. The first one, lack of sacred scripture or intellectual doctrines, means that they don't have a Bible like what Christians or Muslims have. Then, there is lack of written guide. Second, no preachers or missionaries. Therefore, it doesn't link with leaders who may help and guide them for much proper practices. They have a lot of gods in the form of nature. Some of them might lose interest for having various gods, which they believe present in every form of nature. Kami, one of the concerns for many, since there is no exact definition of this. Goers will be confused and started to ask what kami really is. And the last one shows that some of the rituals are irrelevant. Future generations whose knowledge were widened will question some of the rituals for nature, especially when disaster happens, as opposed to what they've been praying. So these are the disadvantages of Shinto or criticisms of the theory. Thanks.
Every religious group in the world has its own pros and cons. Now let's talk about the benefits of Shinto. Our objective is to determine the benefits or positive sides of Shinto as religion. One of its positive sides is not complex religion, no founder and no extreme doctrines or script to be followed by the members. It only aims to connect with the kami or the sacred spirits, which is also known as the spiritual energy in Shinto. It is not only a religion which purpose is to worship but also a way of life. Sometimes it is not about what you believe but it's also about what you do. For them, application is a crucial part. Necessary celebrations and solemn ceremony are conducted efficiently. Wedding celebrations, funerals aren't set aside or ignored. This religion is also considered as a peaceful one. It is a kind of religion wherein they don't attack others and they don't force them to convert, wherein in fact they are linked with Buddhism for centuries. It is preserved and active. 80% of Japan's population are in touch with Shinto. Ecocentric or nature lover. They've been conducting ceremony and celebration to showcase their gratitude and fear to nature. And the last one is it is a positive religion as they encourage people to be cheerful and positive, since Shinto claims that a man is born good or innately good.
Good day. So the topic we're going to discuss is Shintoism, taking of human life. So what is Shinto? Shinto is deeply rooted in the Japanese people and traditions. Shinto gods are called kami. So what is kami? Kami is an object of worship in Shinto and other indigenous religions of Japan. The term kami is often translated as God, Lord, or deity, but it also includes other forces of nature, both good and evil, which because of their superiority or divinity, become objects of reverence and respect. Humans become kami after they die, and are revered by their families as ancestral kame. Here's that enters of taking of human life. When evil entered the inner world, it carried with an evil spirit that may cause or affect how human beings act, causing sin as a result of their mistakes, blocking the flow of life and blessings from the kami, and maybe leading to human death. So, there are Shinto shrines are places of worship as well as kami's home. The purification, prayers, and offerings to the kami are all used in Shinto ceremonies to keep away the evil spirit.
I am Kate Austria, and I will be discussing to you the application of Shintoism in environmental ethics. The first one is nature as divine. In Shinto tradition, they acknowledge nature as divine because they believe in its life-giving power called Masubi, or the divine power of growth, and is perceived in all the workings of nature. The second is Shinto and agriculture. In Japan, they have a festival called Matsuri and is traditionally held seasonally in each region to invoke the success of rice harvest. Over thousands of years, the rituals and festivals associated with rice agriculture gave form to the religion of Shinto. And lastly, shrine as forest sanctuaries. Most of Shinto shrines are located in forests, and the forests serve as a ritual place for the worship of the deities, and as such is the part of nature which has been preserved by the Japanese people since ancient times, and is within such groves that one finds the kami deities are enshrined.
Have a good day and gracious people. We are the collectives duty the group of SOE of School of Engineering. The topic today is lying cheating. So, lying cheating, also cheating and deception are relative terms to define a variety of behavior that are used to get unfair advantages by circumventing restrictions. So, the person lying or cheating is engaging in a potentially subjective process, and it is a variable of avoiding being dishonest and fraud, that human action of human behavior. So, a lie is a false statement made with the intention of deceiving another person. In the most cases, there is no attempted to deceive an other person to ignorant that their information is incorrect. As a result, it's legally falsehood because they, by the definition statement, must be made with intent or deceive by label liar. The number 2. Both are rightness or wrongness of a certain action's outcomes. If the action has positive consequences, it considered good in morality. So, breaking promises is also a form of lying, and generally cheating is being sort of copying or any others. Lying also when breaking promises is immoral, which is a wrong action because it's an only right thing. It's also including copying from the internet, because which the plagiarism as well.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Emmanuel S. MACARLING from Block 2 SOE, and I'm going to report about abortion. Abortion is the termination of a pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus. An abortion that occurs without intervention is known as a miscarriage or spontaneous abortion, and occurs in approximately 30% to 40% of pregnancies. We all know that abortion is all about killing or removing the fetus inside a mother's womb. Abortion is an unsafe procedure because it is lethal to the life of the mother and the baby. Next, abortion are safe when they are carried out with a method that is recommended by WHO or World Health Organization and that is appropriate to the pregnancy duration. In other countries, abortion is legally approved by the government and there are countries that is illegally banned. Abortion is safe when it is done by the professionals, doctors like that, surgeons like that. And it is illegal to many countries because when women with unwanted pregnancies do not have access to safe abortion, they often resort to unsafe abortion. Unsafe abortion can lead to health risks, death, long-term complications, financial implications for women and communities. As we can see in the picture, there are the countries where it is legal, illegal, and it is allowed but with conditions. So here, abortion in the Philippines, it is illegally banned because abortion is not approved by our government. Many women obtain abortions often in unsafe conditions. Next. Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines 1987, Article 2, Section 12. This constitution implies that whoever undergo abortion as well as for any person who assists in the procedure will go to jail because here in the Philippines, abortion is not approved by the country.
Hello, today I discuss a three evaluation from Shintoism. The first Shintoism is a reflection, open book and built in with the Japanese citizens and tradition. No preaching, no scriptures, no leader. It is an open book where everyone can be Shinto gods or so-called kami who can reincarnate to the primary needs of life. And the second, Shintoism is seldomly choose whether to make an ethical decision or not. There is no absolutely right and wrong for them. They just believe that humans are fundamentally good and the evil is done by evil spirit which must be dealt with Shinto rituals. And the last of Shintoism is Shinto has its own beauty of diversity. Even though no book or scriptures will define the history of these beliefs because Shintoism speaks more when it comes to culture, festivals, traditions, and even shrines of the Japanese people, they use it. And this theory or believes it to humans innate moral sense. So if anyone does wrong must be undergo purification. But if for them, they are not wrong because they can believe with that idea. So there are no standard to meet. And that's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is BARROZO and I'm here to present my own evaluation about our topic, which is Shinto or Shintoism. So, every religion has a group of people who believes in their own dogma that's different in the other religions' behavior, culture, activities, and other things that we can encounter about them. So, what is this religion all about? So, religion is a belief and worship of superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods, wherein there's a particular faith and worship to it. So basically, the religion is a group of people who has common beliefs and faith. So what is Shinto or Shintoism? So it is a Japanese religion who worship their ancestors and nature spirits and believe in the sacred power of kami. So Shinto means the way of God and it's the oldest religion in Japan. So maybe it's the one reason of Shinto religion, longevity is the definition of itself, which means the way of God. So Kami is the one of Japanese God and he is the divine living in Shinto religion. Kami also means God, deity, divinity, and superior. So Shinto doesn't believe in a sacred scripture, but they believe that each religion has their own beliefs and ethics. Also, they don't believe in afterlife, but they believe that when one person dies, it will become ancestral kami, which is acting like as guardian angel to his or her people. So we have here the 5 core values of Shinto or Shintoism. So number 1, we have purity. Number 2, Makoto. Number 3, harmony with nature. Number 4, Matsuri. And number 5, focus on here now. So number 1, they believe that all human beings are born pure. Therefore, keeping oneself pure is one of the most important thing in their religion. Number 2, Makoto or sincerity. Makoto or sincerity emphasizes the sincerity with the heart. Because when someone is sincere, it exposes or shows the true personality of one person. Number 3, harmony with nature. They believe that Kami or their God is everywhere, therefore Kami itself is nature. Also, they have harmony with other people. Number 4, Matsuri or festivals. Basically, the meaning of Matsuri is offering to Kami or their god or for their god, but Matsuri or festivals shows that Shinto religion gives entertainment to their god or who is Kami, and also for Kami's people. Number 5, focus on here now. So, Shinto religion strictly focus on the present. It tells that don't worry or don't think about your past that struggles your life right now, or don't worry about your future because the best is not yet to come. And under the harmony with nature, we have the Ichirai Chikon or the four souls in one spirit. So it is the way of Shinto religion on how they see other people and classify them as number 1, Nijitama or soul of kindness and gentleness. Number 2, Sakimitama or soul of happiness and joyness. Number 3, Kushimitama or soul of personality and individuality. Number 4, Aramitama or soul of wrath and intensity. So that is the 5 core values of Shinto or Shinto religion. Bye. Thank you po.
5 questions to reflect on the theory. Question number 1. Is it really possible that there is no proponent or scriptures for such religion? All religions have sacred scriptures and proponent. These are found to reveal the nature of God and ultimate reality. It is a belief system. It shapes what people think and how they see the world. Question number 2. If Shinto is mostly reflected in Japanese people's life, why is not prominent? The nature of Shinto as a faith should not be misunderstood, because ritual rather than beliefs is at the heart of Shinto. Japanese don't usually think of Shinto specifically as an aspect of life. And question number 3, are spirits enough to be the basis of being evil? All of God's creation is good spirits. Evil spirits are the lack of being and goodness. Question number 4, why are kami so important? Kami is Shinto gods. It is concepts that are important to life, such as wind, rain, mountains, and rivers. Question number 5, what is the main goal of Shinto? The main goal of Shinto is their rituals, is to keep away evil spirits by purification, prayers, and offering to the kami, is to keep their religion with goodness.